Speaker Welch is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in strong support of Senate Bill 15. But before I say a few words about the bill, I want to begin by giving a huge thank you to this bill's sponsor. I'd ask that this body give a warm applause to a champion on this issue, Representative Ann Williams. Thank you, Representative, for bringing this bill to the floor today. I also have to acknowledge her collaborative partners on this bill, because this truly has been a team effort. So to the members of our House Democratic CPS Districting Working Group, Representative Mike Kelly, Representative Evadina Delgado, Representative Will Guzzardi, Representative Curtis Tarver, and Representative Cam Buckner. Let's also give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all for your leadership on this historic effort. And I use that word, it's not an exaggeration. We are making history here today. Let me take us back a little bit. In 1995, people sitting in these same seats took power away from Chicago parents and Chicago taxpayers to decide what was best for their school. Now, I've spent my public service career representing suburban communities. And as many of you know, I started by serving on my local school board. My community sent me to that school board and elected me and re-elected me to do the things that they believed were in the best interests of that district. In fact, many of us sitting here today got our starts on our local school board. Everywhere in this state except the city of Chicago, the people elected them and sent them to make those decisions on those school boards. So I can only imagine how much it pained Chicago parents to be shut out of their children's education, to not have a neighbor that they can turn to when they have a question or an opinion about how their schools are run, to see the local schools closed while investment and opportunity flowed to other parts of the city, to see a district serving more Black, Latinx, and Asian families than almost any school district in the country being led solely by people who don't look like them, who don't know their neighborhoods, and who don't answer to them. So here today, we're correcting an injustice done on a generation of Chicago families, and we're charting a brighter future for generations to come. And that change is coming fast. With this vote today, Chicagoans in every part of the city can start circulating petitions to run for school board just 3 weeks from now. Regular, everyday people can get a petition, a box of pens, and go run for office, just like all of you. And every Chicagoan will be able to vote for an elected representative school board this November. The people will vote. The people will decide. The people will determine what happens in their local district, just like they do in all of your districts. And they'll continue to elect the board they choose in districts that look like Chicago, created directly from the testimony we receive from community organizations. When you consider the gravity of this change, the creation of a new governing body tasked not only with a multi-billion dollar budget, but with the education and safety of our children, it's no wonder it has been a long, deliberate process, complete with passionate disagreement and a whole lot of compromises. And as we stand up this new board, it will continue to require deliberation and a lot more compromise. And that's a good thing, because that's democracy. That's democracy with a big D. And democracy is what we're giving back to Chicago families today. We as a House have stood strong in that commitment. and stood by the compromises that made this board possible after years of negotiation. And for that reason, I rise today and ask for a vote in favor of Senate Bill 15 and ask for a vote for the people to have the ability to decide who represents them. By voting yes, we're saying let the people vote. Let the people decide. I urge an aye vote. Thank you, members.